People with street smarts, what is your most street tip? Always look like you know where you're going, even when you don't. Only break one law at a time. There is no shame in running away from a fight. If you see something potentially illegal going on, don't look directly at them. Especially if you know that you're not going to be reporting it to the police. Always get the money up front. People who want to pay later probably won't, and then things can get messy. Walk on the road if you're in a real shady neighborhood and it's late at night. Not in traffic but away from alleyway entrances. If someone approaching you says, "Hey man, I ain't gonna rob you," they're probably gonna try to rob you. Look with your eyes, not your head. If an attractive woman asks for directions, look for her partner behind you or going into your car to take what they can grab. Typical vacation area scam. You can get into a lot of places by holding a pizza. Security guards, doormen, food cart operators, and blue-collar workers in general are well versed about the location of the nearest restrooms. When you stop your car, always make sure you have enough room in front of you for an escape route. It's impossible sometimes, but do the best you can. If someone starts to loudly state that they've lost their wallet or phone, don't obviously or immediately go to check on yours in your bag or pocket. It's a common pickpocket technique to get people to show the pickpockets where their stuff is. Know where the exits are at all times. You didn't see shit. Always put something between yourself and the ground, even if it's just a piece of cardboard. Especially on asphalt, it absorbs heat and it will feel like it's sucking the life out of you. Blend in. Everywhere. Even if you're faking it. And, if you're faking it, get out as soon as you inconspicuously can. If you're in the hood and you see kids playing outside, you're probably safe. If there are a lot of people outside but no kids, be super cautious and walk with a purpose. If it's empty or only teenagers, young adults, get out ASAP. If you're uncomfortable with your surroundings, leave. Your unconscious is often more aware of your surroundings than you'd think. If something you can't figure out is telling you to go, listen to it. Edit. Some people need grammar lessons. Closing square bracket opening parenthesis. Never count your cash in public even if in singles. Lock your doors as soon as you're in your car. Never commit a misdemeanor while committing a felony. Examples. 1. Don't jaywalk with an illegal gun on you. 2. If there is a body in your trunk or drugs under your seat, make sure your inspection and insurance are up to date, all your lights are functioning properly, and your tint isn't illegal. Confirm the license plate and make sure you are getting in your proper Uber, Lyft. Trust your gut. If anyone seems a little too friendly, get away ASAP. Listen always and speak only when you need to. People don't know when to shut up. Always check the toilet paper roll before taking a dump. If you are on public transportation, and people are exhibiting antisocial behavior, smoking, playing music on their speakers, etc., don't say anything. These people know what they are doing and are most likely looking for a fight. They also likely have very little to lose. Ignore it, and if it bothers you enough, get off or move at the next stop. Well, if you're traveling, never randomly stop on the sidewalk to consult a map, or appear visibly lost. Duck into a coffee shop or something to orient yourself. If you're in a bad neighborhood, for the love of God, stay in well-lit areas. The shortcut through the alley will cost you more than the time it saves. Never show your watch, wallet or phone in areas known for pickpockets. Also don't touch your pockets if you see warning signs, because a good thief will be watching to see which pocket your valuables are in. And when approached by someone on the street, be mindful of who else is watching and what is behind you. Try and keep everything in front of you and don't be afraid to shout and swear at him to get attention. If someone puts a gun or knife in your face, don't be a hero. Beware of people who have nothing to lose, and people who have everything to lose. If you are involved in confrontation, pay attention to the hands. 2 things, if they reach into their pocket and or under their shirt, you are likely going to be hit with something, stabbed, or shot. If they are tucking their hands by their hamstring and or clenching their fist while looking you up and down, you're about to get punched. Run or take the fight to them, because if either one of these things are happening, you're already the underdog. If something feels wrong, scary and makes you uncomfortable, GTFO ASAP. Sure, maybe something might not happen, but like Mr. Miyagi said, best way to avoid trouble is no be there. A red traffic light is just a traffic suggestion to some people. Always keep an eye out at intersections for idiots running a red light. Exercise your legs. Although in a bad situation they'll probably feel like wet noodles, if needed you'll be able to run. It will also show in everyday life that you are capable of moving effortlessly. Most people are sluggish and it's not hard to notice. I travel quite a lot, so some things I have realized. If you find a gas station, and all the windows are covered by ads, so much they can't see outside. Well, that is because they don't want to be a witness. If you stop seeing sidewalks, a lack of streetlight walking signs, or no more stoplights, that is not where you need to be. Always keep a change of clothes, and some water in your car. Never know when you need it. Bitumen is predominantly the surface layer, but most sealed roads will have a minimum of 2 other layers which stabilize the roadway. The other 2 layers are primarily made of a mix of bitumen, crushed rock, compacted sand, chalk and larger rocks. Don't raise your voice with strangers and always be the last to speak. You don't know if these guys are wired properly or not. If someone is blatantly violating social norms, such as blasting music on the subway or taking a phone call in a movie theater, keep in mind that if they are willing to violate one social norm, they are probably willing to violate others, including prohibitions on violence. You don't have to be meek in the face of obnoxious people, but you do have to factor in the increased likelihood of violence. Doors and corners. Always remember the doors and corners. If it sounds too good to be true, it is. There is nothing free in this life. Nothing you want. In crowded areas, carry bags, purses and packages in front of you rather than behind you. If you feel like it's a setup, it probably is. If someone is trying to rush you, don't do it. Always have an escape plan. Never have a partner in crime, they will snitch. Don't wake a sleeping dog. It might be a raccoon. Look both ways before you cross, bro. If something feels wrong, it's probably about to be really wrong. Listen to your gut. When someone is staring at you looking for a fight, glance and keep them in your peripheral vision, but otherwise don't maintain a direct eye contact except for a brief moment. This exudes confidence, yet acknowledge their threat. Do not keep staring long at him. Challenge look, or actually avert eye contact, signing you as vulnerable prey. Stand tall and if carrying one bag, or even bags, put that bag in your weaker, non-dominant hand so when you're under sudden attack, you could react faster. Do not burden your dominant hand in groceries, purse, whatever in a high-risk area. It's better to carry 2 bags in your non-dominant hand than having each hand carrying a bag. Silence is scarier than shit talk. Listen more, talk less, learn everything. Never yell back at a group of guys verbally harassing you. Just keep walking. Don't make a face, don't change your walking pace, keep going as they're not there. If a motorcycle with 2 people on it slows down near you, run, especially in South and Central America.